Well, after a couple of days of panic and bottle jobs here at Rhyl 1879, things are smooth sailing yet again. After our wins in the last episode, we managed to pick up another one against one of the bottom of the table sides. We're now in prime position for promotion. We can focus on a big Welsh Cup semi-final today. We've still got a slim chance here of being in Europe next season. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 9 of this FM26 Build a Nation story, a Rhyl rebuild with me, Daniel. Today we turn our attention to the Welsh Cup, having got back on track in league action yesterday, and we face one of the top sides in the top tier in Penybont for a place in the Welsh Cup final. And it's not just us as well, because both of these semi-finals feature a lower league side. Aberystwyth, another team looking to be resurgent from the south, are up against Connors Quay. We've already beaten TNS, but admittedly, that was sandwiched between two Europa Conference matches. This one probably going to prove a little bit trickier. If you're looking forward to seeing if we can continue to shock, then please do put a thumbs up on the video. But either way, it is not our primary objective this season. Promotion is the aim. And as you can see from the bottom of the screen, we've played that one game off camera and we comfortably beat Ruthin by 3-0. Again, an exemplary first half performance before giving away a penalty in the second. Havard, Dakin and Lowry Matondo, each with a goal apiece. And it is starting to look up here from a perspective of morale, from performances and results, and also from the league table, because other sides are just starting to drift a little now, and that is helping us out as we come towards the end. Although they've got a game in hand, both Newtown and Llandudno had slipped up again last week. And again, you can see Flint Mountain, Denbigh still 7 points behind, having played the same and one more game respectively. So I would expect us to go up from this position. What I didn't expect was Mould Alex to start to have trouble as well, because they've looked so faultless all year. After losing to us, they've then struggled again since, and we're now the top scorers in the division again. So it doesn't take long to turn things around. While we're in cup action today though, Denbigh, Llandudno and Newtown all at home. I think the same at the weekend is for Mould Alex as well. So we're going to have to keep an eye on them, because it could still get a little bit tense. But I wouldn't expect us to slip up from this position. Let's go and get through to the cup action though, because that is the main thing we want to focus on today. There's good news in terms of the 11 itself, because Kiwanda is back fit and will feature today, despite the fact Lafondra is now out alongside Seb Bolton. And we have also got some good news for next year. I'm starting to prepare for next season, thinking that we're probably going up now. All of the back four are tied down on contracts, including next season. Originally, it was only Muscat, and we've added the other three over the last sort of 4 to 6 weeks. And we're hoping to follow that up soon with Howard, who we've just offered a deal to, and then the likes of Parry and potentially Lafondra if financially it's affordable. So we're going to try and keep the core of this squad together, even if we do go up. But for now, we've got to focus on the Cup. And that could change everything. If we win this and then the final of the Welsh Cup, we'll go into the top tier with Europa Conference qualifying action, because the Cup winner gets that qualifying place. And that would then give us basically a guaranteed 100 grand, even if we lose the first round, which we probably would. But that changes the save. It means we don't have the financial worry. It gives us that extra bit of budget to push on in the first year. But I think we might be getting ahead of ourselves, because Penybont are one of the best sides in the Welsh Premier League. They've got some brilliant players, including the main Augustine on loan from Arsenal, a young Dutch player who is really good at this level, to be fair to him. So they're definitely signing well. One thing we've massively noticed this year is the Welsh top tier clubs able to attract a higher quality player and players from higher reputation clubs on loan as well, which should help us a little bit later in the save, as we saw with TNS already making the group stages the first year. This is our 11 for today's game though. You can probably name it off by heart now. Basically from the last episode, Kawanda's in for the injured Lafondra. And I've also brought Parry back in for Evans today, who was poor last time out against Ruthin Town. Just because, look, he's had a big couple of weeks. He's had a lot of praise. Let's take the attention off him and get Parry back in. It's going to be a big game this. It's a real opportunity. But away at Penybont, we are underdogs. And it's still going to be a very difficult test. Well, we mentioned Augustin, who's in that midfield, alongside Henry Cowans, a very good player, the likes of Jamari Lindsay, another star young lone player, and Archie Matthews, a goalkeeper a few of you've probably had in FM over the years. And then on the bench, there's some legends. Chris Venables is still going, a Welsh football legend. But also, if you want a bit of a memory from our Bangor City save, and then from Kevin Druids in the head coach the year after, on the bench, Noah Daly. There you go. There's your first real nostalgic name from the FM21 save. Let's address the team. Tell the boys there's no pressure on us today. Just go and enjoy it. See what you can produce. Lowry, Matondo and Dakin, I've got faith in you to make a difference. And Matty Senior, there's no pressure on you today. You relax, you get into it. Let's see how we go in the first half, as finally we've actually got pre-match media talk. We like to play with positivity, give ourselves a chance to win. And I don't see why we can't turn up and play well. Of course, it's a big game for some of these boys. They've not played at this level in consistent form. And I've just noticed James Kroll's up front as well, which has completely distracted me. We had him at the start of one of our head coaches, didn't we? He ended up with us in the National League South, I think it was. And he was a good player too. As we go from the kickoff with Dakin, I've got no doubt in truth that this 11 can compete in the top tier. It's just whether it can do it consistently and what happens when there's 3 or 4 injuries, because our backup squad is not good enough. Obviously, we're going to have to get a few people settled in next year, as Dakin's in immediately. We've scored from the kickoff. I was just waiting for it to peter out like every other match. And after 27 seconds, we get in down the right. Matondo works his magic. They're the 2 we individually chatted to. Matondo cuts inside of 2. Dakin comes into the box late. He arrives on the edge, puts the ball into the bottom corner. And we're 1-0 up away at Penybont. The dream continues. And the Rhyl fans are beside themselves. What a start that is. Now we just need another clean sheet. Well, we weren't going to get away with it that easily. 15 minutes gone. Penybont are starting to put pressure on, and they've got a corner into the front post. And we missed the header. It's a mistake from, I think, Mo Ali, the skipper. And James Kroll, the man we mentioned pre-match, smashes it into the corner. Really important. It's Baldwin who's been blamed with missing the header. They were both there at the front stick. Actually, if Ali had held his position, he probably would have got there. But it is Baldwin who misses the chance to clear. Kroll puts it in. I want to see how good he is in this game. As we skip the replay and we're back with Muscat. As we're going straight from the kickoff again. Is it going to be another one of those like that TNS tie? Where it was just bonkers throughout. Long ball forward. We've given it away. And I think this will be the end of what we see. Unless Penybont wants to go and make it 2 in 2 minutes. Big ball over the top. Going to be chased down by Spinelli. He's come out and he's not cleared it perfectly there. Patterson with a chance to work forward, and they seem to have their tails up from the goal here. Down the right-hand side. Would not be a good time to concede 2 in a minute and turn this tie on its head. Hole down the right. Coanda's trying to work back to help, but it's a good ball in towards Kroll again, and he's headed it in again. And that is the level of quality we're talking about at this level. It was always going to be a tough ask, but the manner of conceding those really is frustrating. From the kickoff, they've scored yet again. And that is one hell of a turnaround. Penybont now the favourites. Spinelli has absolutely no chance. James Kroll is already on a hat-trick, and our former hero is proving to be stiff opposition in this one. And we're going from the kickoff again here. Matthew Senior to the right to Baldwin. We've got used to seeing 2 or 3 highlights a match in recent weeks, and now it's constant. Out for a throw, Baldwin's able to get there. And we've got the chance to attack again down the right-hand side. There are people supporting. Parry's one of them. Good ball to Matondo. Chance to cross. It's end-to-end stuff this. Back to Parry. Shots just over the bar. Chaotic cup tie. I mean, we've got to chase it now. But this is absolutely bonkers stuff. Let's have a look at James Kroll. Yeah, I mean, he's really a different level to what we've got. Havard's good. Bolton's good for what we want. But that's a top-level striker in Welsh football. 25 minutes on the clock. Penybont now on top. And we're 2-1 down. It's looking difficult. But we were in this position against TNS and we found a way. Well, a very quiet end to the half after that chaotic few minutes. 30 seconds in, we were jubilant. For 2 minutes, we were absolutely inconsolable. I'm going to say we've been unlucky because we've competed again. And it gives me confidence that if we go up next year, we will be able to stay up. We've not really got many options in attacking areas. So the fact that Havard, Parry, Coanda aren't playing well probably doesn't help us here. But down the left-hand side, the hosts go again. And I think our cup journey may be over soon. They're definitely having the better chances. We're in the game. We've still got a chance. Well, as we pass the hour mark, I feel like we're edging towards having to make changes here. You can see Baldwin has never really recovered from that mistake at the beginning. So I'm going to take him out for Baker. Probably one of the last games he'll play for us. Howard's not had his best match. I'll take him off for Brony Phillips. And then going forward, it's those front three. There's going to be Evans on for Parry. It's going to have to be Murray on the left-hand side. Because obviously we've not got Lafondra. And then up front, I think I have to go for Aylman. He's only made one appearance, which you saw on camera. And now he's got the chance to be a cup hero. Havard's form's just dried up again, but I mean, he's done enough for us. I can't complain. A quarter of the game to go. We're definitely the underdogs now. They seem to be in control, and I don't see how we get back in it. Though I say that, just under 15 minutes to go. We've got a dangerous throw in here with Baker. Plays the 1-2 and crosses for Murray, who heads over the bar. It's a half chance, but at least we are still having a bit of a go. We get to the final five, we'll go aggressive. But for now, I don't see where the goal comes from. Here we are again, doing a bit of defending this time. Ball going through, Senior deals with it, but not convincingly. Fortunately for him, it falls for Muscat at left back. He's got support down the line here. Instead plays inside to Dakin, who obviously got us off the mark in style. But the short pass lets him down there as Johnson works in. Of course, another issue for next year is replacing those loan players. As we clear one across the box with Murray. Up to Aylman now. Can he get involved in the game? Yet to score for us. Only his second appearance. And here we are on the left, but it peters out. Our former legend Noah Daly is on. With 5 to go. I mean, I've got no choice, have I? I've got to go attacking. I'd rather lose it by 2 or 3 than wonder what might have been. We've gone attacking. It's made no difference. There's only 2 minutes added on. And unfortunately, despite our best efforts and a blistering start, we are out of the Welsh Cup. Our run ends at the semi-final. There will be plenty of opportunities in the future, but it would have been a dream finish to the season. Now, though, with 6 league matches to go, or maybe even 5 to be fair, we've really got to make sure that we get this job done. No more slip-ups, no more silly poor runs of form. Let's just make sure we get over the line and get ourselves in the Welsh Premier League so we can play sides like this every week in a league. Well, how about this? From the league season, on the same evening, Denby Town have kept their pace in third with a 1-0 win, so they're just 4 points behind us now. Llandudno have lost at home to Holywell, who have had a really weird season, but Newtown have lost 5-0 at home to Gresford Athletic. Where that's come from, I don't know. The Warriors, the second game in this episode, is at home to Gresford. Let's hope they don't reproduce that form. We'll keep an eye on tomorrow's action as well. Mould Alex have got that sort of home banker that we had last week. And then we'll keep an eye as well on a couple of the others that could catch us. I guess Guilsfield now, with that game in hand, are possibly ones to watch. But at the moment, it's really starting to look good again for us now. We've got through our wobble, we've had our bad spell, and it looks like some of the others are having theirs as the finishing line approaches. It's just whether Mould Alex can catch us and win the title now. They're favourites if they win the game in hand. Well, now I think we can start to get the party going because Mould Alex have just lost at home to Ruffin Town. I don't know how this is happening. I guess the slight worry is maybe that Guilsfield have won away from home, which means there is only an 8-point gap to 5th and a 7-point gap to 4th. We've still got to be wary of that. But if we don't do it from here, it's more of a bottle job than our mid-season form. The fact we've had a massive wobble and still got into this position is really important for us. And the fact we might get a bonus trophy out of it could be even better. The fans have also got a chance to really celebrate next week because the board have picked this fixture as a fan day against Gresford Athletic. Let's hope they don't produce another 5-0 away win because that might affect the attendances in the long run. They should be getting close to the celebrations now though. I don't care about the title at all. I just want a top 3 finish and we're very close to achieving it. Well, it's a fan night. The big sides in the league have been poor all year. There's going to be 3 surprise promoted teams at the end of this season. And tonight against Gresford Athletic, we have got the chance to shine and edge very close to promotion and maybe even a title win here. We've got another player signing a new deal as Rob Howard is tied down for next season as well. We're starting to take shape with the core of this squad. And there's even a couple of the loan players that are free agents at the end of the year. I might try and have a cheeky go at too. That's for later though. Let's worry about now and review our team selection for this one. The only question really is whether we bring Lafondra back in because he's back from injury. And we've also got a question mark over Morgan Murray, who weirdly has had some offers from teams in the 3rd tier and he wanted to go. So I'm not going to hold him back because he's one of the bigger earners on £100 a week. He's not going to sign a new deal because he's 1.5 star. And in those positions, I'm not going to keep him next season, I'll be honest. So we might as well let him go when there's the chance, now that we're out of the cup and the league is almost done. So Lafondra will come back onto the bench for Murray. And then I think he'll come straight in for Kiwanda as well, who wasn't really fit last time. And then the only other change I'm going to make is Evans back in for Parry. I'd love to get it won a couple of games early, give the likes of Bissix, Fisher some football, let them improve. But this is the 11 we've gone for. The back five is picked every week. It doesn't change. The back seven, in fact, does not change now. And Howard has given us that stability. The only ones that are adjusted are Lafondra and Evans in. And maybe Havard will pop up with a goal tonight. Let's go and get into the match and find out if we can move one very big step closer to the Welsh Premier League. Well, here we go to a team that won 5-0 at a side that's better than us on paper last week. They're playing 4-2-3-1, so we shouldn't dominate that midfield. This is going to be a quite tricky game. The assistants hold us to be more aggressive, go positive and attacking in terms of mentality. But look, they've just won 5-0. I'm not going to go and do that. We're doing well. We're playing okay. Let's just keep the run going. You can immediately see the body language, the reactions to our chats are better. We're going to say the same for Evans, try and get him on board. And that's 5 players that are showing motivation. It should make a difference as we match up formations. I know we lost against Penybont, but our league form is back to being good. Let's see if today we can get that final one over the line. If we win this, we go on to 51 points and 10 clear with 4 and 5 to go for the teams that can catch us. That is a really good sign for the top 3. There's a big crowd in. Let's see how many are in the house tonight, as it looks like it's going to be a boisterous atmosphere. Straight down the left go Gresford though. Another highlight straight from the start, but nothing coming from it this time. What's the attendance? It was in the 400s, I think, there. Must have got an extra 150 odd through the door. As Davis puts an early cross in. The visitors trying to do what they did last week, but Muscat heads away, and Lafondra, fresh after his knock, is back and is able to get us on the counter as Dakin plays away to Evans, who again had a little rest last week. Into the box he goes, cuts inside his man, and he puts the shot over, but it's lovely footwork. It's a great run. And he almost produces the goal. Yeah, nearly 500 people in here. That's the sort of crowd I'll be hoping to see on a regular if we end up in the Welsh Prem next season. As out they go from the back here, Gresford. Kamara goes wide to Jackson, and he gives it away to Lafondra, who's on then almost done the same. Dakin nicks in though and finds Lafondra again. Now he can get to business of taking on his man. Into the box, goes for the shot. Just wide of the post. Good effort again. We're on top early doors, but no sign of a goal just yet. And it's still 0-0 at Bellevue. Well, a very quiet start here. As past the half an hour mark, it has calmed down. Though we're on the attack again now with Lafondra and Dakin, giving the ball away in the middle of the pitch. In other games, Mould Alex have gone ahead. They're looking to bounce back. Away an Airbus side that really could go down to the 3rd tier here. Though hang on a minute, because we're at the other end with Matondo. Great run and blocked behind for a corner. But Airbus could be going down to the amateur leagues. And to be fair, Mould Alex could be pushing us for the title. But the other result is a far more important one. Because Ruthin Town have gone 1-0 up against Flint Mountain. And as I've said before, if we end up finishing second, so be it. Flint Mountain are 4th. And that will be one team that cannot catch us if they lose today. And that makes a big difference. So yes, Mould Alex back level on points at the top. Denby will have a chance to close the gap to 1. But Flint Mountain will be 8 behind with 3 to play. And if we can win this one, that gap will be 10. Let's go and get into the second half. I'm a little disappointed with the performance. Let's give them a little bit of a kick up the backside here. It's not been a disastrous display. And we don't look like conceding a goal. But I don't think we've really shown our quality in front of goal yet. We could try today our little experiment and put Parry up front for Havard, who's having another poor spell. Lafondra could be replaced by Kiwanda as well, so there are options. We've just not really shown much cutting edge here, which after recent weeks is a little bit of a shame. Nearly an hour gone. I will gamble soon, as Ruthin have gone 3-1 up against Flint Mountain. This is really starting to work for us now. Mould Alex still 1 up, and we're going to make changes. Look, we can't leave it any longer. Let's get some players on. It's going to be Muscat replaced by Bissix, the youngster. We're going to take Dakin off, who's nervous, for Brony Phillips, who's also nervous, to be fair. Not sure which way round they're better, as they were before. And then Evans again has been poor, so maybe I have to change the plan because I'm going to need an attacking midfielder. So Parry, Aylman and Kiwanda come on. Basically a reverse of what we did in the last game in the attacking midfielders. And maybe we do go positive, but a draw's an okay result. I don't really want to push too much. The only thing that's making me a bit upset is that this is a fan day and we've probably bored them to tears. So hang on a minute. Free kick for Gresford right on the edge of the box. This could change things. Over the wall and into the top corner. Maybe the final story has not yet been told. Gresford Athletic go 1-0 up. They've offered nothing all game. And then put a free kick in. Spinelli got a cross. It was over the wall. He just couldn't quite keep it out. This is a problem because now we've not got goal scorers on. So we have got a free kick in a dangerous position. Baldwin to the back post. Ali, the skipper's up. So away as far as Kawanda. Finds Baldwin again. Crosses into the back post. Cleared away. And now there's nobody back. We've gambled massively. In fact, there's one player there. But Baldwin gets back to win it for Howard, who's up towards Aylman. Flicks it down for Parry. Off the bench. Jack Parry. Over the bar. Another big chance goes begging. He's really dropped out of form this second half of the year. Lovely touch from Aylman, though. Not enough at the minute. 7 to go. We're throwing everything at them, including the kitchen sink at this point. We've gone attacking as Spinelli throws out. They're still being quite aggressive with the press, and it's giving us some space with Lowry Matondo. Aylman holds up. He's got support right from Baldwin, and now he's charging to get in the box. Into the back post. Kivanda's up! And it deserves to be him, because the first half of the year, he was magnificent. And Damasi Kawanda has got us back on terms. Baldwin puts it in. Tell you what, if we turn it around and win it in the last minute, be some fan day, won't it? Baldwin with a great cross. He's done that so much this season. And Kawanda has been one of the surprise stars of the show. Only rated 2-star ability, but it's just a rating. The performances have been special. Back to fitness, back off the bench, and shining when it matters most. As here we are with 3.5 minutes remaining. The visitors on the attack at the moment. Can we get the ball clear as Davis blocked by Howard, who's working back? It's a long ball forward as far as Jackson, who heads it to no man's land. Brony Phillips and Kawanda can break. Aylman's made a real impact in this game, and he's just strode past his man. Goes from distance, it's over. Didn't really have enough up in support. But he's looking a threat today. He's looking really good. Will we get one more chance in stoppage time? There's only 2 minutes of it. Mould Alex are still winning. I think they're going to go level with us, or are they? Parry flicks one on. Aylman's there. Can't quite get to it. Parry tries to stop the clearance. It's long downfield. Ali heads it forward again. We've played a minute over. I don't know why we're still going. Here's Bissix, the 17-year-old. Finds Howard to Parry. If ever there's a time, this is it. Kawanda's in. Aylman. Oh, he scored his first goal for the club, has he? No. Offside. It was almost the dream finish to a brilliant cameo from Aylman. It's the last touch of the match as well. Maybe we should have trusted the assistant from the start, because when we went positive, we battered them. We're unfortunate to concede in the circumstances, but that point, it's not a bad result. With Flint Mountain losing, we have to take it. I'll sympathise, we did okay, and we got ourselves a point. That's the main thing. The little unbeaten run continues. It wasn't the dream finish, but we stay 8 points clear of 4th. If Guilsfield win their game in hand, they will go 6 behind with 4 to play. Mould Alex are level with us. The title race is bonkers after they lost last week as well. And look at Airbus, 6 points above safety with a game more played. Imagine if they went to the 3rd tier. That would be remarkable. Let's go through to the portal. No injuries, another crucial factor as well. If we go and have a look at the schedule, we're basically going to return for a couple of big games near the end. I think it's inevitable we're going to go up now, aren't we? I was going to show Denby and Guilsfield because they're sort of the 2 teams that could catch us in that 3rd promotion spot. But given the fact it's basically done now, we're 1 point from achieving it. And Guilsfield are the team that are realistically going to stop us. That's what we're going to come back for now. The final 2 games of the season to hopefully have a promotion party and celebrate top tier football from next year with Rhyl 1879. We might need those extra 2 promotion spots yet because it looks like Mould Alex are going to push us. If you enjoyed this one, a really good effort in the cup against a strong Penybont side, followed by a late rescue job against Gresford Athletic. And please do put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know if you think there's any way we throw it away now, or have we recovered just in time? And also got very lucky with the performances of Newtown, Llandudno, Airbus and Holywell, the 4 big sides and pre-season favourites this year. Let us know down in the comments if you think the job is done and why do we need to improve for the summer. Start to get thinking about that. If you want to stay up to date with the rest of this season, we'll be back to finish it on Monday, as this series will now continue in the weekday 4:30 slot. Then please do subscribe and turn that notification bell on. We'll also have an end of season review, as we do at the end of all of our Build a Nation years. Hopefully in latter ones, we'll be able to focus on the youth intake a bit more. We're also live on Twitch every day, and we've got a couple of special videos coming out this weekend. Little one-offs, so keep your eyes peeled for them too. And I'll see you again in this save on Monday, as we look to complete the job and enjoy promotion to the Welsh Premier League.